Mark Peikert, and you are tuned in to an episode of Take a Load Off with the legendary Mark Peikert, the show where I get to talk to men who have made a name for themselves in the health and wellness sphere, talk about how they turned their passion into a business. And I'm very excited to talk today to Kobi Noiman, who is a personal trainer out in Brooklyn. His body's insane. He's a cool dude. Let's bring him on. There you are, the man, the legend.
The man, the legend, turning my passion into a business.
So, Kobi, the thing that I am obsessed with you is you're 40 years old and you're in the best shape that you've ever been in your life. And you've been training for decades.
Yeah, I've been training for maybe 20, 25 years. I guess you get mature, you learn, you evolve, you adapt. You see the transitions in the industry with Instagram, social media, your colleagues. You got to evolve. In order to get better, you got to evolve. And that's what I have been doing and trying to make 40 the best ever.
I mean, that's what's crazy is what prompted you to take everything to the next level? Because I think even within the last 3 years, you've really moved up a notch in terms of your own training.
Well, I guess letting go of fear, that's number one. I'm just not afraid. I'm just not afraid to see where my body and my mind can go. It's just so many people that I follow, that I know about, are just taking their bodies to an extreme. And if I have my mind right, then I know the body will follow. So, like I said, a lot of it is maturity. I'm 40 and I'm mature, and I want to forever grow. I want to forever learn. And the biggest catalyst for me are my kids. I'm their superhero, so why not take it to the next level for them?
Yes, you have many children. I could never tell just looking at your body how many children you've had.
Four. I have 4 kids within 7 years.
I mean, talk about a legendary load right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Right there.
So what prompted you to go from someone who just really loved fitness yourself and making that part of your lifestyle into opening and running a gym for how many years has it been now in Brooklyn?
I've been open for 15 years in Brooklyn. I have a place out in Jersey for a seasonal lease for the last 10 years or so. So mind you, I did this pre-social media 15 years ago at 27 years old. I think the thing that was out was MySpace and the emergence of Facebook. You just chug along. You really take the load, and you push as hard as you possibly can. And I took the load on my shoulders, and I had a vision and a goal, and fast forward 15 years and here we are.
So what is it about being a personal trainer that has you still doing this after 15 years? I mean, through the pandemic, through some health stuff that you've gone through having 4 kids, you're still showing up every day. You're still working with people. You're still helping people in their fitness journey. What is it about that keeps you determined and keeps you motivated?
Well, first off, I love what I do. So love what you do what you love. You never work a day in your life, the old cliche saying. The second thing is I want to make my clients feel what I feel on a daily, whether it's confident, strong, you get a little bit of attention, there's an ego thing to it. My clients allow me to shine bright because they push, and in return they get the spotlight, because if it wasn't for them, I don't really think I'd be here doing what I'm doing. So that inspires me altogether to keep it moving. Also, this is a service business, services rendered, you get for what you pay. So I got to show up. I got to show up right. I got to keep it tight. I got to carry the load. And I got to just keep moving.
That's one of the things that sets your social media apart from other fitness professionals. And it's on Instagram, Fitness by Kobi, for those of you who want to follow. I highly recommend following him. But you are someone who, it's not just about you showing off your body. I mean, you're a fitness professional. Of course, your body's insane. But you're also really focused on showing your followers your client's physical journey as well. And we get to see people grow and build on the tools that you're giving them and kind of root for them as they're training with you, which I think is fantastic and really puts the spotlight on the people who are doing the work with you.
Yeah, so the account, Fitness by Kobi, Kobi. My original account was hacked. There were maybe like 10,000 followers. Really followers that are into this industry, that are organic and that actually play a pivotal role in my social media. So there's a new page now. I'm all about raw. I'm about unfiltered, unedited, unscripted, raw, because at the end of the day, that is what we are. I don't work by a script. I don't do takes, take one, take two. I want to capture fitness as real as it is. People, excuse my language, fuck up. People don't always look good on a daily basis. People's hair are not done. Yes, there's some grays, but you know what? That's what reality is. I don't want to take fake and put it to social media. I want to inspire and I want to motivate people that were just like me before I got into this industry. And I know it's tangible and I know it's doable. And I'm here to show it. I'm here to showcase it. Like Mark said, I'm 40. I've had some health scares. I fought through the depression. I fought through COVID. I fought through the market crash. And here I am in front of you, realistically, what a 40-year-old should look like. No makeup, unscripted, like I say. Here I am. And there are multiple people like us out there.
And the thing about you is you are also putting in the work. People who follow you on social media see you every morning driving before dawn and going live at stoplights and saying, you know, hey, I'm up at 5 a.m. There's no excuse. If you want it, you make it happen. And that's definitely gotten my ass up and out of bed and out on a run earlier than I normally would have, waking up and seeing that. You're already there. You're already training people.
Well, for me right there, you just saying that to me gives me goosebumps. Because I never really understood how motivational or inspirational I am. And for me, if it's just one person like you that listens and follows through, I don't want to sound sensitive or cliche, but my job is done. And hopefully Mark will pass on his inspiration to another person. And that's the way it goes. You got to let go of your ego. You got to work as a team. And realistically, I'm a trainer that wants to really help people.
And so much of what you have achieved too comes down to, I mean, with everyone, of course, but you're really upfront about nutrition and about what you are actually eating every day. And some people might say that it's boring or repetitive, but it seems like you have hit on the thing that works for you in terms of meals, and you're maintaining consistency, which is a huge component of kind of building your own building blocks of physical fitness.
So again, it's real. Okay. So it's never made up and it's not a story to get viewers. I like consistency. I like order. I am regimented. I am disciplined. I am motivated, but it's real and it works for me. I'm not into doing something for followers and for likes. You like it or you don't. I'm going to eat eggs 7 days a week. I'm going to give you nutritional advice that I think works for you. Again, this is all relative and it's all an illusion and it's all perspective. Take what you want, use what you want, bottle it up, turn it around, mix it, and formulate your own recipe. I've learned through trials and tribulations what works for me, and all I can do is just advise you and guide you. The rest is really on the viewer. Don't fall into the pits of glitz and glamour, because at the end of the day, that is not sustainable. I am about longevity, long term, no injuries. 40, I'm pushing 41 in a month and a half. It works for me. Do not make it a diet. Do not neglect. Do not deprive. Try to find a happy medium, like a load.
I mean, that's one of my favorite quotes is from Ned Rorum's diaries. And he said he was doing a dry month and not drinking. And he said, not drinking is like not masturbating. Explosions lurk.
Oh, yes.
Which is very similar to dieting as well. If you do some untenable diet, then it's only a matter of time before you fall off, and you fall off hard, and you end up with a box of donuts and a carton of ice cream. And you're sitting and watching the Golden Girls and pigging out.
Yeah, I mean, your expectations have to be somewhat realistic. I do believe in, a lot of cliche, say set the bar high, exceed your expectations. It sounds good on paper, and it looks good if a model of my kind was promoting that quote. However, it's not realistic. Set your goals realistic to what you could achieve, what you could obtain, what you could afford, what works for you. Forget about aiming so high, because when you do fall, that fall is so great that you probably won't get back up.
So when someone comes into your gym and says, "Hey, I want to be trained by Kobi. I want the Kobi method. I want all of it." What's the first thing that you do with them?
The first thing I would assess is their tone of voice and their body language. Everybody says they want to look good. Everybody wants to shine like a diamond. Nobody wants to get cut. Everybody wants to lift heavy ass weights. I would assess their tone of voice. If you're saying it with a strong demeanor and you got some fucking passion, chances are you will get down on the floor for 100 push-ups, followed by 30 pull-ups.
And whether or not you can actually execute 100 push-ups is moot. It's about getting down there.
It's about getting down there. The fact that you're going to get down there and try only makes me want to get down on my knees and help you.
Yeah.
I don't care if you shoot your load, but you're going to get it done with me.
So how have you managed to keep everything afloat during the pandemic and COVID restrictions? It seems like you have a really dedicated team of regulars who are showing up and doing the work with you every day.
Yeah, dedicated. I mean, you have to understand, these people have been with me for 15 years. So I do preach consistency, dedication, discipline, hard work. And you just pivot, you pivot. COVID was a real challenge for all of us, not only for me, for other business owners, other markets. You pivot, I sat back a lot. I've did some home workouts, but at the end of the day, I opened up my doors and I said, if you want to work out at your own risk, come on in.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we all ended up at a certain point. And then luckily restrictions eased, and it was, I don't think that I realized how much I had come to rely on working out at a gym and having that separation from my home life to showing up at the gym and doing that work there, until I was living and working out in the exact same room for 4 months. And by the time July rolled around of 2020, I was more than happy to go and work out in the park, like any place to work out other than my home.
You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe, right? Again, everybody talks this big game. I'm a avid gym goer, a biker, et cetera, et cetera. When shit hits the fan, are you really a sheep or a lion? And you know what? I train nothing but lions. We take the load every fucking day.
You're really into the concept of the show, and I love that. What's your amazing quote? Fitness is a necessity, not a luxury.
Fitness is not a luxury. It is a necessity.
Yeah, I mean it is. And anyone who thinks that it's a luxury or treats it as a luxury is not going to be able to get the results that they probably want.
You got to prioritize, and you got to set the standards. You got to understand what it is that you want. You come to our gym or my gym, you take the load off, and I'll handle the rest.
So, I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit, but I'm curious, metaphorically speaking, what makes you shoot your load in terms of what you've chosen for your career? What gets you off about being a fitness guy?
I mean, I don't even know where to start. What gets me off? I would say power. I would say, oh man, I don't even know where to go with that one. Metaphorically speaking, what gets me off about the gym?
Yeah, about how you make a difference in people's lives. Like what is it about what you do for a living that gets you motivated and gets you excited and gets you doing it day after day?
Helping people overcome obstacles. Yeah, because there's so many obstacles, there's so many holes that you could fall into. Another metaphor, right? And I think that's part of what gets me off is the fact that I have to kind of fine tune it and assess it and try to get around injuries, ailments, health concerns, body types, ages, weight, size, race, down the line. And that gets me off because I want to attack it and I want to fucking exploit it and shoot my load.
Yeah, and we all want that for you, Kobi.
Hey, what do they want this load?
I'm pretty sure wherever you want to put it, honestly.
Hey.
All right, that is it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Can you just give the people a little flash of the Moneymaker? See, I mean, this is what doing the work is.
This is 41.
I mean, it's too much. If you weren't so nice, it would be unbearable.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
No, I mean, you're doing the work. You deserve all the attention in the world. Guys, follow him on Instagram at Fitness by Kobi. And if you are in the New York area, check out his gym. They are hardcore, but I think that you get a real sense of the camaraderie that's happening down there from Instagram. So
we'll be glad to handle your load.
You heard it here. Kobi's going to take your load.